On tonight's story, we review the problems facing the Hume Coal project, an underground coal mine 130 kilometers south of Sydney and the Southern Highlands. Many locals are concerned for its environmental impacts. Hume Coal is planning on establishing and operating an underground mining facility that is said to produce 3 million tonnes of coal a year in the heart of the Southern Highlands. Even though the company is assured that the environmental effects will be nominal and looked after, locals aren't easily convinced. Local experts say that the planned project is worrying as it doesn't satisfy the triple bottom line. That project is estimated to lose money for every produced tonne and end up costing the owning company, POSCO, over $500 million. This is causing locals to assume that the 35% cutoff will be ignored to make ends meet. Analysis with the Institute for Energy Economics and Financial Analysis, Tim Buckley, says that the estimated cost of the project will exceed $130 per tonne of coal over the course of the project, which is well beyond the $112 a tonne that POSCO is going to sell it for. Another concerned local is Bruce Robertson, a retired supervising geologist with 4 decades experience in coal mining. His main concern is the damage that the mine would do to a world-class aquifer that sits above the coal seam. If they mine underneath it, it will be destroyed. There is no question about that, he says. Hume Coal plans to avoid this by using a mining technique never successfully used in any parts of the world called pine feather longwall mining. Hume Coal released a report to address these concerns. It states that 93 bores owned by private landholders on 71 properties could experience a lowering of 2 meters or more as water inflow through the mine. The estimated duration of this is to last 36 years. This damage to the land has gotten the attention of more prominent locals, Jimmy Barnes and Leo Sayer. When asked about the project, Jimmy Barnes stated, "I hope it won't go through, and I'm doing everything I can to stop it." After starting explorative drilling in 2011, Hume Coal plans to extract 35% of the coal currently in the deposit over the course of 19 years, giving 2 years for the rehabilitation of the land. To avoid the mine from collapsing, Hume Coal will leave pillars of coal for support, using an irregular pine feather method, said to be gentler than longwall mining, to pull out the coal. The coal will then be stored nearby at a large stockpile, and then transported to Fort Kimberley for export. POSCO says that it has carefully considered the impact on the groundwater and would pay for any disruption to bore water. It also preaches about how it will provide over 300 jobs for 20 years. Some ways that allow for coal mining to become more sustainable for the environment is reducing inputs such as water, which when pumped in using groundwater can taint the quality of the water downstream. By recycling the water already in the mine, water intake can be reduced up to 33%. Mining is also a very energy-intensive process. Ways mining can reduce their energy use is by using rope-con's transport system, which generates electricity as it goes down the shaft due to regenerative braking. Reducing outputs like waste can also be avoided by using cleaner production techniques, environmental control technologies, using waste as raw material, and reducing the amount of waste produced through the process of re-engineering.